All right, today it's not a bad day. My name is DJ, and probably gonna talk some sports today, and we're gonna shoot around a little bit. So let me see if I can hit my first shot. Oh! All right, let's go around. That's good. That is good. Ah, come on, man. It's a terrible shot. Like, I feel like this spot is just not for me. I missed too much over here. Yeah. That was not good. Okay, I can't miss 3 in a row. Cannot miss 3 in a row. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Aha. That's what I'm talking about. That was just a bad shot. My arm, my form was just horrendous. Let's try this again. What was that? What was the point of that? Ah, God. Okay. Take a little breather. I'm not in good shape. I'm not in good shape. I need to exercise more. I need to exercise more. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that was not a good shot. Where was I? Damn. Yeah, I hit that shot. I'm right here. Ah, 2 misses! Come on, baby. What are you doing? Good, good, good. No, I don't have the velocity. I don't have the arc. And that's why I missed those shots. That was good. Yeah, fell that one. It's too easy. Too easy. Those I can hear with my eyes closed. Okay. Okay, what are we going to talk about today? Ooh, should we talk about the Eagles? So last year the Eagles had a total meltdown. They were 10-1. Then they lose 5 out of 6 or something like that. Oh my goodness, how could that even possibly happen? Something went on with that team, and the thing is that nobody's talking. Nobody knows what happened. There were players that were traded from the team. There were coordinators that were traded or fired. How come nobody can tell us what the F happened last year for the Eagles? That's what I don't understand. Something major went down in that locker room. One day we're going to know. But the fact is, the team had a major meltdown. Something like what the Phillies are going through right now. We're not talking about the Phillies. I like Jalen Hurts, okay? I think the guy got some heart. He's a good player. And I think the guy got something to prove. I don't know what went on that last year. I don't know if it was him, if it was a combination of him. I don't know if it's the coach. I would suspect it got something to do with the coach and somebody else on the team. Anyway, it was just terrible because I was really rooting for that team. I mean, if it's one team that I could tell you that I really like here in South Jersey, where I'm at, it's the Eagles. You know, I like the team. It was hard, man. It was hard seeing that meltdown. It's hard for me to watch sports live because when my heart is in it, it really hurts me. I feel like, remember one time I was in a relationship, right? And I was watching, it was Tito Trinidad against, I forgot who he was fighting, but he was fighting another guy. And it was a big fight. Man, I was really rooting for Tito Trinidad to win, okay? I was amped, I'm like, yeah, he's gonna win, Tito Trinidad got whooped so bad, he got knocked down 2 or 3 times. And I had to turn off the TV, man. I just couldn't watch anymore. And I remember me and my girl at that time, we were supposed to get frisky that night, after the game, after the fight. I couldn't even do anything, man. And I love to get frisky, okay? There's nothing more in the world that I like to do than getting frisky. First thing, I like getting frisky and I like playing basketball. I like playing sports. But getting frisky is above sports, okay? So you can imagine how disappointing I was that Tito Trinidad lost. And actually watching it, there's one thing to hear the team or the guy lost. And you're like, oh my God, he lost, right? There's another thing to watch the actual fight or to watch the game and see the other team hitting home runs or scoring 3-pointers or knocking the person out. It's hard for me to watch something live. So a lot of times I'll watch when the team wins, I'll end up watching the game afterwards. And if they lose, then I just don't watch. It's just hard. I don't know if there are other people out there like me. It's just difficult to see it live. Especially when it's a big game, playoffs, and there's a team that you should beat, or your main competitor. So that night with Tito Trinidad, man, he lost the fight, and I lost my libido. That's just what it was. I just didn't want. My girl, she was upset. She was like, "What? Over a fight? You behaving like this over a fight?" I'm like, "Yeah, I just wasn't in the right state of mind." And I realized after that incident, I get myself too invested in sports. I mean, I'm not betting. There's no money I'm losing or anything like that. I just get too invested in it. I get my emotions too much involved. I mean, Tito Trinidad he's not my relative or nothing like that. Why am I getting so involved in the fight? So I was like, I just can't. So last year the Eagles meltdown, unexpectedly lose, and this year we come back with a bang. I believe that. And I'm not just saying that as one of those airhead fans who every single year they say the same thing. Oh yeah, this year we're gonna win the World Series. This year we're gonna win the, no. We're gonna win the Super Bowl. No. I don't. I'm not that type of fan. I'm more of a realist. I look at the team, and I still got my reservations. I mean, the team hasn't played a game yet, so we gotta see the first couple of games. I'm not the type of person, the first game of the season, they lose, and then I'm just, I'm not like that. I need to see a couple of games. I need to see at least in the NFL. I need to see at least 3 games. You know, in the NBA, you need to see at least, I don't know, 15 games. You know, the first quarter of the season, something like that, to really evaluate the team. And teams could get better. I think in the NBA and in the NFL, not the NFL, NBA and in the MLB, you got time. You got time to, if you start off bad, you got time to catch up. You know, because there's so many friggin' games. The season is pretty long. In the NFL, season is not long. What do you got, 16, 17 games? Something like that. Yeah, it's not a lot. So you need to be on point early. So if you lose the first 2 games or the first 3 games, yeah, you're in trouble. You might make the playoffs, you know? Yeah, so, I mean, you could recover, but I'm saying more than likely, you need to start off good, especially good teams, right? And I got to give it to the management of the Eagles for putting in major effort to make the team better. I was disappointed they let the defensive player go. I think it was Hassan Reddick is his name. I believe so. Don't quote me on that. I'm not a sports buff. I love sports, but I don't know every single player's name by heart and all that, right? But I think it's Hassan Reddick got traded to the Jets. The Jets or the Giants, one of those in New York. He got traded. And I don't think they should have traded that guy. They should have paid him. They didn't want to pay him, or some politics going on, you know, egos and all that. But when you're a general manager, your ego need to be, you need to not have an ego. You know, let the players have their little egos or whatever like that. So, they traded Reddick. I think that was a bad move. But they got some good players. Specifically, they got the guy from the Giants, Saquon Barkley. I actually met Saquon Barkley. So for a living, I'm a videographer. So that's what I do for a living. I shoot video. Now this video, I'm just shooting from my cell phone, so don't judge this video from that, okay? But I shoot video for a living. And I was working for a company, and they were hired to shoot Saquon, interview Saquon inside the stadium. What was it? I don't remember was it the MetLife Stadium? One of those stadiums, the Giant Stadium. I don't remember what stadium it was, but I believe it was in New Jersey. It was a big stadium. We got on there. I remember the turf being artificial turf. If it wasn't artificial turf, it felt like artificial turf. And we were interviewing him on the turf in the stadium, on the grass. And I was the videographer. I was the cinematographer. And yeah, and he was a pretty. No, I'm confused. That was not Saquon Barkley. I'm sorry. That was the guy who caught all the catches with one hand. What's his name? Oh my God. And he won a championship with another team, probably 2 years ago. I forgot his name. Oh my God, I forgot his name. It was not Saquon Barkley. I'm sorry, it wasn't him. I forgot his name, but you know who I'm talking about. He was on the Giants, and he used to catch all the balls with one hand. He would run, catch balls, and he had a what do you call it? Pink, not pink hair, blonde hair on top. He's one of those flashy type of guys, and he's the one that we did the interview with, and that's what I remember. So I'm getting him mixed up. But I've seen Barkley's career, seen him play. Barkley he's definitely a difference changer, and on the Giants, Barkley was just really Barkley. It was nobody else, to be honest with you. I mean, you're not going to win with just one guy. It's just not going to work. So now that Barkley is with the Eagles, he's a big weapon. They have other weapons, and that's good. You know, when you have this weapon, that weapon, then you have the quarterback who could run. The Eagles, they should be in the championship game this year. Just by looking at them on paper, they should be in the Super Bowl this year. They should be. If they're not, yeah, they need to shake something. They need to fire the coach, or they need to do something, because with that amount of talent they have on the team right now, which is more than they had last year and the year before, yeah, they need to shake it up. So I'm anticipating Super Bowl this year, at least getting to the Super Bowl. I mean, we'll see how the year goes. The thing in professional sports is that you can have the best team, right? That doesn't mean you're gonna win. It just doesn't mean you're gonna win. There's a lot of factors that come in play. You know, it's chemistry. You need chemistry. If you don't have chemistry, you're not gonna win shit. Let's keep it real. If the quarterback is not meshing with the coach, yeah, you're not gonna win nothing. If the quarterback is not meshing with the receivers and all them, you're not gonna win nothing. You need chemistry. You need quality players. If you have star players, that's good. You need chemistry. Okay? So, and the last thing that you need is luck. Yeah. Every professional player gets lucky. Every one of them. Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Wayne Gretzky, you name it, Babe Ruth. All the great players got lucky at some point. You need luck, even in life. You need some type of luck to survive and be on top. It's just how it is. So in the sense that when we're talking about luck, we're talking about not getting injured, okay? So if you could stay injury-free, if the Eagles could stay injury-free, let me see the first 3 games of the season. But if they could stay injury-free, they're going to the Super Bowl. I don't see any team that's going to stop them. Not Kansas City. I think Kansas City is a great team, great quarterback. But I mean, the Eagles almost beat them 2 years ago. Okay. It's tough. It's tough how it went down and all that. People make a couple errors, and that's just part of it. You can be great, you make one little error at the wrong time, and then your season is over. That's with the NFL. You know, with the NBA, you got to play a series of games, right? And if you lose the first game, yeah, you could lose the first 3 games and still come back and win 4 games. It's a 7-game series. In the NFL, when you get in the playoffs, first game you lose, you're out. You're done. Finish. It's tough, man. The NFL is the toughest because I like how, because pros and cons of everything, right? So in the NBA and in the MLB, you have a lot of games, and you get to the playoffs, and then you got to win a couple of series, right? In the NFL, you don't have a lot of games. You got 17 games, something like that, right? And you get to the playoffs, and you lose 1 game, you're done. You finish. You're done. Season over. So the NFL is really, really cutthroat, man. You gotta be on point. You gotta be focused. You don't have a lot of time to adjust and readjust and all. You need to get it right. There's no time for games. The NFL is not for boys. It's for grown men. It's not for fools. It's not for. You got to be serious, man. You get there, have your game plan. You need to be able to adjust. You need to be good. You need to be on point. There's no room for error. That's the NFL. So, I think this year is kind of redemption for the Eagles. Last year they melted down. This year they got some new coordinators. 2 new coordinators. They got some new players. The biggest acquisition, Saquon Barkley, one of the great, he's a running back, I believe, in the league. Guy's just a monster. He's just a monster. I'm sorry, he's just a monster. And he still got a lot in the tank. So, I think Saquon Barkley is definitely going to be a difference maker. Even if he's not, he could be, what's the word? Someone to deflect from, you know? They got so many weapons. So the other team defense got to worry about too many. They got to worry about too many variables. Too many. So the Eagles, excuse me, the Eagles should be able to take advantage of that. That's up to the coach, Sirianni, the coordinators, and the quarterback. It's up to those guys to get it together. And the team is going to follow after that. And they need to have some kind of chemistry and all that. So, I'm looking forward to the Eagles season. Really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a good season. I'm very excited. I hope they don't disappoint me, but honestly, in the back of my mind, ever since the Tito Trinidad stuff, I kind of leave some room for disappointment. I don't go in as hard as I used to because I know there's a possibility that I could be disappointed. So I try to stay more even-keeled. But I'm excited. I'm excited about the Eagles season. I look forward to the quarterback, Jalen, to show people that he's the real deal. Yeah, I don't think he's going to go 2 years in a row. I think that guy's going to come out. He's going to come out firing. Yeah, I'm telling you. Hopefully, they don't get injured. The main person you don't want injured is the quarterback. Once he don't get injured, I think they could be fine. Obviously, you don't want none of your players to get to get injured. None of your main players. You don't want nobody to get injured. But the one player you don't want to get injured is your quarterback. So I'm looking forward to this season. I'm super, super excited to vanquish last year, because last year was just terrible. They don't even want to remember that season. So let's hit some shots from right here. Okay. That went in, but the form was not good. I don't like that form. That's better. Better form, yeah. It's 2. See how much we can hit in a row. 3. 4. 5. 6. I felt it. I felt it. I know it was a little to the left. 1. Start over. Let's try to hit 10 straight. 2. 'Come on. It's actually a good shot. Okay, let's try one more time. It's getting a little dark, so if I don't hit 10 straight on this one, I'm just gonna wrap up the video. And I'll see you in the next one. Maybe tomorrow I'll come out and do some more shooting around. 1. Come on, baby, come on. 2. 3. 4. 5. 'Terrible. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this one. Let me wrap it up. I'll see y'all in the next video. Hopefully we will meet again tomorrow. Bye.